Nsem-Pii TV nie.
Enyumere ukopiemu the floor of Parliament. Yes, breaking news. Nsem-Pii TV yensa aka celebrative amamonso mahwe the koso on the floor of Parliament and the after effect of such an event. And say in himself Parliament ekwasitina awianimu. The Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, Alban Kings Fosuman and Babin, ebe deliver addresses binia de. Na enyumri as we are monitoring proceedings, and you say one of the minority MPs Dr Ayew Afriyie a Fijasokore MP, or sounds a ranking member on health committee or Parliament. Oh, sorry, say Oma the remarks and I say Oma statement or address Parliament on nurses and midwives strike. Yeah, or more initiative. I am saying what you mean across Ghana, nurses and midwives in Iowa strike with regards to certain conditionalities. Be a more per se a buying a year and the maumo. And no, and ne on the floor of Parliament. Dr Ayew Afriyie sorry say or chrenadwen with regards to nurses and midwives or more ongoing strike here because you say initially na the health committee on a ranking member waba a press conference all three nurses and midwives across Ghana say ebeya enka omunhu Ghana for now, consider the number of lives that will be lost, or number of lives are already nankasa ye lose because you say no statistics abetuja say nipa bibri ashasi wu a ye do omo mortuary. Intino Dr Ayew Afriyie estate clear say with such an issue there among the minority, that is the NPP, they are not going to politicize the issue. Among fanya politics and ma bonten meka still now among twaso enye continuation of the strike action now omoye no emom they should reconsider the strike option. Now they should get back to the negotiating table with the government, but also send a caution edema by no say the beboa mum and say what's a bino and the pekwan bi so no nurses for ye kasa said the strike action no and tonko sonko anymore and ma Ghana for any minya effect. So on the floor of Parliament, and you said, or per se in the chamber, so on Noka Health Committee, who knows I ranking member, he has to make this statement in Parliament. Now I'm Rashibi for Muni now so engine who na some do number 2 more. Omo for manun tumuntem na a lasting solution to this whole issue. And no, and the first Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Bernard Ahiafo, Obi enshede nim problem ankasa no with Dr Ayew Afriyie making this statement in the Chamber of Parliament. Therefore, Bernard Ahiafo ni leadership no. There has been so many questions among for a reason, even from his own NDC for no. Say he's not fit for purpose or exhibit leadership capabilities. Be as a leadership now. And then trying to sit on all the MPs. There be a person or no pennon kwan and yejuma. Mpempino, Ubehuno in the chamber, so what is speaker, Akunyano so no munakusu. And no, and then again, I can say on penny, and my Dr Ayew Afriyie and Kasa, emphasizing. In fact, at the Abufu by a pan, I have video here by Chirumuya. You could see, say, the Honorable MP for Fijasokore, on the Bernard Ahiafo, Omu Yipa. And Bernard Ayew for say Kanutum. I say, oh, I won't shut up. Then Bernard Ayew for threatening him, catch and say, I can remove you from the chamber. And Dr Ayew Afriyie so reply and say, I will bet me a free means so there was an order for the marshals in Parliament. So no more channel and Nsem-Pii free the Chamber of Parliament. A hawk and the Mighty Minority MPs no. Also, a good try who say. Masha corona ye bema no omra no me so no mu e Parliament no Nsem-Pii no mo hwe na enye easy cry de kasa ne basa bebre ye bai uhwe video na won say enya de a efe. It is not a good spectacle for my Ghana, especially in a chamber. They say ye de mra ene obuo ene ye adwuma. But the question is, the first deputy speaker of parliament now was say or treaty a ranking member on a committee of parliament was a kindness one. Say or tiana or that say Nsem-Pii free honoma. But once again, the NPP MPs, among no so there, you will see say they are very united in their purpose and whatever that they are doing. You share video nankasa say the CC of parliament or kwanya omo so train no within free honoma. And I feel so the back and forth between the first deputy speaker of parliament and Dr Ayew Afriyie.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the motion. Yes, I rise to second the motion. In doing so, Mr. Speaker, I make this statement.
Honorable Afriyie, if you don't take time, I will send you out of the house.
I'm not worried about that.
Why are you taking liberty for nonsense?
About that. It's an issue of urgent public importance. I can leave.
In doing so, make one statement.
I can leave. I can leave. I am ready to leave. I am ready to leave.
What do you mean by in doing so, make one statement?
I am ready to leave. You can send me out. I'm ready to leave. That's what it is. Yes. I'm ready to leave. What's the big deal?
Honourable members.
Mr. Speaker, we rise to make this statement on an issue of immediate and far-ranging concerns to our country. The ongoing national strike action declared by the Ghana
you are hereby directed to walk Afriyie out of the house. What is that?
But look, I'll switch on the mic so you cannot go. That's good. Go on. Okay, try to go over here.
Honourable members, motion moved and seconded. The question is, as many as are in favor of adjournment say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. The House is adjourned to tomorrow, Wednesday, 11 June 2025 at 2 p.m.
Adjournment. We understand the Committee on Health is addressing the press, I believe. There you have it, live from Parliament. Let's listen in.
Which of them? Is it the 30-month allowance, which has been agreed that is being paid under the previous government? Is it the issue of rural incentive allowance that was agreed, that is meant for nurses and midwives in the rural areas so that we can have nurses and midwives in the rural area? Which of them would you say is not legitimate? Is it the issue of fuel allowances, which has been historical since 60s for these people? Is it the issue of uniform allowance, which has been there since the 1960s? It couldn't have been changed in any republic, and it cannot be changed under a previous government. It cannot be changed now. So you see that all the expectations in the CBA called for in Appendix B is justified and not far-fetched. But government has not seen the need to have engaged them since January. They feel undermined as far as their rights are concerned. And that is why they advise government that, okay, we're going to wear red bands for the first stage. The next stage, we're going to do OPD. And the next stage, IPD, inpatient. And now, total strike. And nobody was listening to them to have taken them to court. Even taking them to court is an extreme act of bad faith. You don't. Everybody is being assertive. They have their rights within the law. You cannot use the law to checkmate them. That's not right. So we are here to state clearly that the posturing of government must change. It must change. Respect them. Sit with them. Let them know what you can do and what you cannot do. Luckily, we are going to listen to the Minister of Finance soon on the media budget review. So this is the time that you have to include their concerns as far as the media budget review is concerned. It's not as if we are in August, then you tell them, hold on for the next budget cycle. You are now going to read the mid-year budget review, and this is the right time to include their concerns, or this is the right time you listen to them. My understanding was that since January, they were told that the Ministry of Finance will meet them in June. And then the date was June 18th. How would you feel when you want something and somebody is telling you that, hold on, 6 months' time? How would you feel? We are not here to justify the strike for them. We are here to plead with the nurses to understand that even if government see the need to engage them, they should go with the good faith with Ghanaians at heart. Because getting all the money without the lives that we have lost brings no joy to anyone. So as minority, we are mindful of the fact that we are not stoking it up and asking them to prolong the strike. We are only asking them to be merciful as far as the tables are concerned, that when they go to sit, they must be merciful to see the need to be reasonable. Reasonability means you appeal to their conscience and say, if you are asking for 8 things, we cannot. You know what? In the budget, we'll do 3. Maybe the next budget, we'll do 2. Let government change their posturing towards these people and let them not use the law and let them not frighten them. You hear they say that the president is married to an NPP person. You are just making this one so below the belt. The same president was the one who caught the nurses' strike in 2020 for 3 weeks. Wasn't he married to an NPP person? Why do you politicize this? He is a president, for crying out loud, and has a right to make sure the welfare of his people or her people are held up high. Would you want to politicize everything to the point that people are losing their lives? The next life that will be lost is my relative or your relative. And we are not here in minority to do a business of politics on health here. We are not ready. We want to call a spade and just ask government to change their posturing. Show some respect to the nurses and midwives of this country. And then tell them something better, so we can also urge the nurses to be more merciful to Ghanaians as their rights are being respected. That's why we call the press conference. Thank you very much. I saw this one first. Anyway. So whoever.
So, Chairman, the headlines have been written already. Minority jump to the defense of striking this, right? Minority mounts spirited defense. Minority justifies. And I'm telling you the headlines that have been captured. That's one breath. And you say you are not here to testify. When you say it is their right, and there's nothing wrong with the nurses demanding what is rightfully theirs, how do you marry the two?
It is simple. It's logical. We are here to defend what is due them. But we are here to be, we are here on behalf of our people to appeal as well, to be more merciful, especially when their rights are being respected. Their rights will be respected when you call them for a table discussion. Call them for a table discussion. That is where we are appealing on their questions. If government does that to them, please be merciful. But they have not done so. And I don't know if they will do so. Thank you.
So the final one. The finance minister says the 2025 budget that you approve in this house through the appropriation does not cater for this collective agreement.
Media budget review allows, the law of this country has no gaps. It takes things like this, that towards the course of the year, when there are developments, come back to Parliament for another approval. That's why you have a media budget review. It is just commonsensical, please. Yes.
So on that score, very finally on that score, the nurses are saying that they will not cede to the 2026, but that's government proposal.
We are not talking about 2026 budget, my brother. I'm talking about media budget review.
I'm saying that that's not on the table.
When is media budget review?
That's not on the table for the nurses.
No, that is not on the table for the nurses. That is what you have up your sleeve. That's what you go and meet them and tell them that over the media budget review, please, I can't do, or I can do 2 or 3. You have a lot of things up your sleeves. They are talking 2026 and you're also saying that 2026. When you know you have a tool that can rather solve part of their problem. So your posture must change. The posture of government must change. If that is your posture, it must change.
January this year. But in the news, we are told that this agreement was signed last year in May. You were the finance committee chairperson. What was your position? The health committee ranking and attendance. That time you was the chair. What was your position then? And today, was it advancing that government should go ahead and implement it? Why didn't you advise your government then to implement that? The nurses deserve.
I think you didn't listen to, you didn't pay attention to me, and let me use the opportunity to get you to understand, so you, as journalists, you don't mislead the public. On this issue, I said, government in May 2024 had understanding with all the stakeholders, and they put it on the letter. Have you seen the collective bargaining agreement? If you see it, you see that it said effective 1st July. Is there, and all signed by government representatives. So this issue has even gone, for your understanding, this issue has gone beyond the Ministry of Health, because the ministry has done their rightful obligation as far as the employers' rights are is concerned. This issue actually is with the exchequer. It's actually at finance. The whole bane now is at finance. It's not even with health. The whole issue is with finance. So this is not the health committee, then the chairman should have played, because in any case, the health sector, they play their role, they signed, which means what you want is right. So let's pass it on to finance to effect it. Now, let's not cloud the information to the public, please. It is the same nurses who took themselves to court. It was not government, it wasn't me, it wasn't you.
Nsem-Pii will honor more, now Nsem-So. It is now show on my YouTube channel.
Be the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.